Hey guys, welcome back to SLD Learning, and this is Ankit Prajapati, and today we're gonna cover another question on API testing and rest assured side from the real interview questions that we get from our candidate. So if you are preparing for QA automation job role, I would suggest please go through this playlist. We also have a playlist for the Selenium, we also have a playlist for the Java programming question and API testing and the test engine related questions. Then Playwright, we have the questions, and those are the questions we normally collect from the candidate that has been trained by us, and we make them appear for the end client interviews, and they give us, okay, this kind of questions that they struggle, or this kind of questions that have been asked in real interviews, and we go and prepare the video for them. So in future they also refer these things, and that you can also refer these things when you are preparing for the interview. Okay. And one more request, if you are not subscribed to our channel, I would suggest please subscribe to our channel so we can keep putting the effort to give you such kind of the different topics wise videos for you guys. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna cover today on API side. Tell me about a critical bug that you have found in API and how you handle it. Okay, so over here they want to see how you can work independently on critical situation. Okay, and that's why they want to know from you what exactly you have found and why you consider it is as a critical. That is also the one of the things. Okay, they want to know, and what is the definition of critical in your mind, they want to know, and how you handle the critical situations, and if you found any bug in API or UI side as well, how you handle that particular part. So let's see and understand how you can answer the questions like this. So let's we take some example from the real time world. Okay, you could use the interview that shows that technical skill and problem solving skill approaching the dealing with the critical bugs. So that things you need to make sure. Okay, so first thing, the technical, you need to speak about something technical words, and also how, what is your approach on problem solving. Okay, how positively you go with the problems and how you can solve them, okay, with the proper step by step. So let's understand these things. So this is the scenario I have created, but you can create based on your project. Okay, so I was testing a payment API for the e-commerce platform, and then the endpoint that I was using was the post call with the version 1 payments. So this is how I can start. Okay, so I remember this one of the instance where I was testing the payment API for my e-commerce platform. You can modify this answer based on your project, because whatever the project you have put in your resume, you have to speak accordingly. Do not use the e-commerce project if you have not worked on it. Okay, so it was supposed to deduct the amount. So this is a scenario, I am explaining my scenario. Okay, so this is the API call that I was testing, and it's supposed to do deduct the amount from the customer account, generate the payment confirmation, and update the order status as paid. So this is what I was expecting when I was testing this API. Okay, this is the scenario. Understand guys, you can modify your scenario and put this couple of bulletin point for your API as well. Okay, what exactly you are expecting from API to do. Then the critical bug that I found while running the automation regression test, I noticed something strange. An API was returning the HTTP 200 OK with the payment status as success, but when I checked the database, the payment record was inserted, but the order ID still remained pending. Okay, so sometimes the status code is not only the part of the validation. Okay, sometimes it says okay, everything is good, when you feel okay, status code 200 or 201, that means okay, operation has been done successfully. No, you have to validate that part in database side or other response information. Okay, or after performing the operation, just do the get call, so you can see if the information has been updated or information has been created or not. Okay, so that was the bug I found. The API response was 200 and status is success, but when I check on database, I found the order status is still remain pending, but it's supposed to do paid. Okay, over here status should do paid on this API response, but it still says pending. Log shows payment microservice successfully run, but order service was never triggered due to silent failure on the background queue. So over here there was a two services, payment services and order services. So if you speak like that way, you use the technical terms, then they will understand. Then they will believe, okay, you have really worked on the project, you have really expressed in the API. So the log shows, the API log shows, the server log shows that the payment microservice was success, but the order service which was not get triggered, okay, due to some silent failure in the background queue. Okay, and that you don't know because you are not a developer. You should not say everything. Okay, otherwise it look like you have fabricated the answer. So it just says there was some issue with the queue and that's why the service did not trigger. That only I found from the blog. Okay, this is the scenario and this is the critical bug. Okay, why it is critical? Because on the UI side it shows everything working fine, but on backend it was not. So that is the critical things. Okay, impact: customer would see payment successfully on UI but order would be skipped because backend order processing never started. Okay, because on backend still it is pending, so it will not go prepaid or it will not go shipment or any other further status. Then maybe the customer will call, okay, this says okay, I made the payment on 1st of January and it's still 9th of January, but I still not get any update. Why? Because it was not in paid status. If it is on paid status, then it will go on the prepare the order, then shipment the order, but it was still in pending. So system will think, okay, the order is still pending, maybe the payment is pending or maybe something is pending, so we cannot go further. Okay, so customer will see the payment successfully on UI side, but the order will not receive, not shipped for them because on the back side it is still not starting. This could result the financial loss, customer complaints and manual refund process as well, and the reputation as well. Okay, this will cause most of the time the big e-commerce platform like the Amazon, the eBay or the Flipkart and all those companies, they need to make sure they always put some more effort on this kind of testing. Okay, so it will not you don't need to do the manual refund. Okay, because it has not been done on system, but you should not do the manual refund. And customer complaint is not always good for any business. Okay, so these are the impact. So scenario, critical bug and impact. You can also format your answer like this way. Okay, that will help you. Then step I took. So what step I took to reproduce? Okay, so I reproduced the issue using the postman and confirm it was the consistent bug. So understand, I found this issue on a automation regression test case, but what I did after automation, I take the endpoint and information and all those things, I run on a postman with the same request body, response body, correlation ID, and I collect this information, right? And then I raise a P1 critical bug in Jira. Okay, it could be the Jira or any automation bug tracking tool that you are using. I put the environment information exit step to reproduce screenshot or video recording and the DB result, the log snippet highlight with the missing queue trigger, those kind of information I put, and I create the P1 critical bug. Okay, I notify the developer and product manager immediately via Slack with the Jira ID and making them it's block my UAT testing or the production testing or the staging testing, anything. Okay, suggested temporary mitigation: disable payment success UI message until order service confirm update. Okay, then I put the suggestion. Okay, so I did not only raise the bug. Okay, raising a bug, you know how we should collect all the information and you can raise the bug that we have already seen in another question. But over here, after raising a bug, I straight away update my product manager with the developer on my communication channel and ask them this is very critical and this is blocking my UAT testing. Why it is critical? Because on UI it shows everything works fine, but on backside it is not working, and it is not working due to this reason. I would suggest as a QA, right, the status of the order should only get updated if the order service confirm it is updated, not on the payment service success. Okay, so I will suggest these things. So disable the payment success UI message until the order service confirm update. Okay, so this is the suggestion, this is how I contribute, this is how I handle these things, and I also contribute to my team kind of. I know this suggestion maybe, this solution maybe come from the developer side, but while raising a bug I put this suggestion over there. Okay, and they implemented this part and it resolved these things. Okay, so resolution, they would trace it and recent factor where I the queue event publish, and this is something that Dave has done and they fixed and deployed within a 3 hours. I restated on staging, and after on staging they deployed on the production environment and or any other UAT environment, and I done the testing on UAT environment as well. Payment and order status updated correctly, verify on the database side, API response and end-to-end UAT testing as well. Added the new automation scheme assertion in regression should to make sure both payment and the order status after API call and prevent a similar issue like the silent failure in the future as well. So I raise it, I suggest them the kind of solution, they fix it within 3 hours. They have deployed on staging, I retested on staging, everything was working fine. Then they deployed on UAT, I retested on UAT, I make sure the different payload I run, I validate the status on the back side and the API side, on the database side as well. The information is got updated, the order status is now saved, paid or something like that way. And I also make sure any other area is not affected with this particular change. And after doing everything right, what I did, I updated my automation test case to make sure in future if such kind of issue will happen that we got notification easily. Okay, so from the scenario, identify the critical bug, raising as a bug, step I took to communicate with the developer, suggestions that I put, and the resolution. After the resolution, what steps I take, I do not only retest, I also updated my automation test case for a future application. Okay, so this kind of answer will help you to answer the questions very easily. Okay guys, so make sure if they ask you this question, tell me the critical bug that you have found and how you handle these things. Speak like that way, relate these examples with your project, with your product, take one of the API they supposed to do, and definitely to will give you the full marks. Okay, this could be the for the fresher, for the experienced person guys. So if you like this answer, please subscribe to our channel so we can come up with such more videos for you guys. And thank you again for watching, and keep learning and keep cracking the interviews.